first practice in Melbourne, and an eventful one. 2 red flags, a GPS outage, and many drivers going off-piste as they got to grips with the Albert Park street circuit. Max Verstappen took a spin at turn 4.
These tires are completely now.
The defending champion had earlier dipped a tyre in the gravel exiting turn 11, spraying stones as he struggled with gear shift and braking issues. Despite the niggles, the defending champion was still the fastest man on track, with a best lap of 1 minute 18.790. The Dutchman's teammate Sergio Perez went wide at turn 3, and Yuki Tsunoda survived a huge slide at turn 1. The AlphaTauri driver going backwards through the grass and lucky to keep it out of the wall. Kevin Magnussen found the gravel a couple of times, the Dane perhaps carrying a bit too much speed as he approached the corners, the rear of his Haas stepping out on him. Both Mercedes drivers have been frank about the team's prospects this season, with George Russell admitting that Red Bull are a second down the road, and Lewis Hamilton suggesting it could take a year for the Silver Arrows to catch up. The 7-time champion was pushing early on. A big slide at turn 11 didn't deter him as he chased the leaders. The Briton was one of a number of drivers complaining about congestion, exacerbated by a GPS issue which prevented teams from communicating accurate track positions to their drivers.
Drive by a driver.
Man, this guy, what they doing the last car, I nearly crashed into them.
Traffic jam.
A lively session that was curtailed slightly when Logan Sargent's Williams ground to a halt.
My car shut off.
With no time to restart, the leaderboard was thus. Verstappen top, with Hamilton splitting the Red Bulls in second, ahead of Perez, with Fernando Alonso a fine P4. A decent session for Ferrari, Charles Leclerc 5th, one better than teammate Carlos Sainz. Lando Norris was P7, and he was ahead of Pierre Gasly, Russell and Lance Stroll. Alex Albon P11, ahead of Oscar Piastri, Hülkenberg, Nick de Vries and Sargent. Then came Ocon, Tsunoda, Valtteri Bottas, Zhou Guanyu and Magnussen.